It's a blessing how you're supposed to give a chapati to a cow every morning. Is it good? Good morning and welcome to Sanchi. It's one of India's best preserved Buddhist sites. Originally built by King Ashoka, Sanchi was a thriving Buddhist community from the 3rd century on. Now Ashoka, or Emperor Ashoka, was originally Hindu, married a Buddhist woman, and converted to Buddhism later on. In our Gujarat videos, we visited some place where they had his edicts. Were they edicts that Ashoka wrote on pillars? The principles to follow and the tenets of morality and behavior. Sanchi is now considered a pilgrimage site for Buddhists, and we're going to walk around a little bit and see the most important parts. If I didn't mention it before, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We're going to see the Ashokan pillar here too. Charge for cameras for videos, not a problem, 25 rupees. And the stupas and monuments are open from sunrise to sunset. By the way, most places that we have visited are around 240 or 250 rupees per person for an entrance fee. Yesterday, when we were at Bhimbetka, there wasn't a person selling a thing. And here there are, which gives you some indication of the amount of tourists that come to Sanchi. A teacher, you look like you're 10 years old.
Who's the teacher?
Beautiful. Thank you. Hello, I take your pictures too. And we'll all take each other's pictures.
Primaries and middle school, they start from grade 5 to grade 8. So they are 10 to 15.
There's a reason why they call India incredible India. Surely you understand that by now? I mean, every day, something completely different.
Now, this stupa, number 1, is called the Great Stupa of Sanchi. It is famous for its beautifully carved gateways. Now, the gateways are called Torana. Torana means a decorated gateway. This is the north, east, behind the south, and the west. The literal meaning is a massive stone structure whose shape is like a half circle, semicircle. Now, stupa is always divided into 3 parts. The bottom is called the planet Earth. Shape of the stupa is like a cosmos, and this is, the whole universe. This wall is called the Harmika, or the heaven, and that's the place where the relics of the Buddhist monk are kept. And on top of the relics, they used to keep the umbrellas to give respect and honor to the monk whose relics were there. Now, this stupa was constructed by Emperor Ashoka in 3rd century BC. 100 years later, they built this circumambulatory path. This comes in 2nd century BC by another dynasty called Shunga. The gateways which I was talking about are from 100 BC. Inside each gateway is a statue of Buddha. That is 4th century AD, Gupta dynasty.
It says out here what each decoration means. Miracle of the mango tree, braille procession, scenes of enjoyments, preaching, trade.
There were 4 columns here. That was the roof on top. And the head has been chopped off by local Muslims. So these are the names of the donors inscribed on the stone. So they have made a white line so that people do not step on it. Have a look at the beauty of the face. See, this is called the wisdom point, or in Sanskrit we say Ush Nisha. Education and wisdom are different things. Anyone can be educated these days, through the internet or books. But wisdom is when you are practically utilizing your attained knowledge. That means he is wise. Plus you see the halo behind. The halo is like he has attained enlightenment. So he is like a god. He used to say that I am not a god. Do not worship me as a god. I am an ordinary man, a common man. Just try to understand what I have attained, the knowledge. And around the Bodhi tree are people with folded hands.
I see them.
So Bodhi tree actually represents Lord Buddha. So he's sitting and giving lessons to his followers, preaching them. This is repeated all over. From that side to bottom is like a comic book. It's a summary of Buddha's whole life and very well done. Now here you see there's a lady sleeping.
Yes.
She is Buddha's mother, Maya Devi. Maya Devi dreams of a white elephant entering her womb. Maya Devi's dream is being discussed by everyone in the palace. This lady is saying, "Oh, no, this is a typical women style." She's whispering about Maya's dream. Top of this balcony, just have a look, a camel is whispering into a horse's ear.
I see it.
You can see even the nostrils and the eye of the horse.
It's like,
See?
look what's happening here.
Yeah, they are surprised about this dream. What does that mean? So a priest, it's not shown here because this is like a comic connected book. Now a priest tells Maya Devi the meaning of her dream is that she is soon going to give birth to a son who will one day become a holy man. So what happens? Buddha is born, he grows up. He's not Buddha that time, he's called Prince
He's a
Siddharth.
prince.
Now Siddharth decides to leave his palace. This is the palace of Kapilvastu where he was brought up, and he's leaving. How they show that? See the movement of the wheel, movement of the leg of the horse, and the umbrella with the garland. That is Siddhartha. He is leaving his palace. That means he's renouncing the worldly life and he enters the forest. So the trees together is the forest. He meditates under the Bodhi tree, the banyan tree, for 6 years. After that, he attains enlightenment. Wherever you see a tree with a wall encircling the tree means he has attained enlightenment. He starts doing miracles. What is he doing here is, that's Buddha. This line is Buddha. He's walking on the wind above people's head. His name is Shuddhodhan. King Shuddhodhan with his ministers, they all look at Buddha walking on the wind and they start offering prayers to him. So that means the dream of Maya has come true. He has indeed become a holy man. This is summary of Buddha's life.
Those of you who are watching, isn't she wonderful? Isn't Rekha wonderful?
Thank you,
you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you. This portion was intact. It was protected naturally by the trees. Fingers, you feel that grip. He's wearing a thin muslin cloth, dhoti. We call it a dhoti. And the knees can be visible. Even the nails of the fingers. And he looks very confident like this.
Yes, he is. He's
His
posing.
body language.
He's posing.
Yeah. Fire.
Rekha was just saying on this particular gate on this side, it describes the life of the ordinary people around here, the workers.
Vegetable seller, wood cutter. For Yakshi girl, Yakshi, standing under a mango tree. She is a symbol for youth and fertility. Now, it is a belief in South India, even now, that if a tree is not bearing flowers or fruits, and a virgin girl goes and kicks the stem of the tree and holds the tree with the branch, holds the branch of the tree, that tree will get energy from her and will soon start blossoming. Yakshi actually means an angel who would descend from heaven, come down on earth and hide behind any fruit tree and listen quietly to Buddha's preachings. She doesn't want anyone to look at her, to notice her. So what is she doing is, she is hiding herself quietly behind a fruit tree and listening to Buddha's preachings.
The pillar shows the 7 heavens, and of course the best heaven is 7th heaven.
We call it royal procession of Emperor Ashoka. He's leaving his palace and he's marching towards Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya is the place where he goes to offer water with his family at Bodhi tree. Bodh Gaya crocodile. So this means a person who is dominating will always, boss over the recessive one. Yeah. Survival of the fittest.
Yes.
It is 3 in 1. That's the face of a crocodile, body of the elephant and tail of the fish. Makara is supposed to be the vehicle of river Ganga, Ganges. Okay? And it means actually water. Language is Pali, and these are the edicts. That is the orders issued by Emperor Ashoka, that all those who do not follow the rules and regulations as framed by King Ashoka shall be kicked out.
There were
So,
51 monasteries here at one time.
lots of students and lots of Buddhist teachers. The height of this column was 14 meters, 14 meters.
So
Single
that's
piece.
15, 30, it's like 45 to 50 feet tall.
Yes, right. It was a polished pillar. Now the remains of the column lie here under the shed on the left. And there was a landlord who was using it as a sugar cane juice factory for extracting sugar cane. If we go back 2,300 years ago, our engineers were so intelligent that they would make a proper drainage system. And then are some temples. Now there were actually 45 Buddhist temples at Sanchi. And this is temple number 17. Number 18 is there, that big one. Number 19 there. So all of the south gate, right on top, in the center. This is the west.
How do you spell yaksha?
Yaksha. The fertility symbol for the soil. Now here, this is the west gateway of Sanchi Stupa number 1. Now yakshas here are symbolic. They have shown here that they are carrying something heavy on the shoulders, but each one has a different expression on his face. This yaksha is laughing. He's very sad. And another one is angry. He's grinning like this. One behind is quiet. So there are 4 basic moods of all human beings. And it means when we are born on this planet Earth, we have to carry the burden of life.
Whether we like it or not. When you think everything was done, all the carvings with rudimentary tools.
Offering prayers, tree. So there were 51 monasteries from Ashoka's time. So this one was done by his wife, Vidisha Devi, in 3rd century BC. It's behind the monastery, near the bushes, you see a round piece of stone. The begging bowl. See, the monks never cooked the food themselves.
Right,
so the
they would beg
villagers
every
would
morning.
climb up this hill, this path, put the cooked food there, which was distributed amongst them. See.
And it's number 3.
Number 3. It is from Shunga dynasty. Now this stupa always had one gateway, one torana, and this is the original one. It's not that the other 3 are missing or broken. Top panel are the yakshas playing with that long stem of lotus, celebrating the birth of Buddha. It's because lotus represents Buddha's birth. In the center you see a stupa. Either side of the stupa, that's Ashoka and his wife, right or left, wherever you see it is similar. That is Ashoka and his wife are offering prayers. This whole panel is dedicated to Muchilinda, the snake. But the only difference is that, see, that's a personification. You see the hood.
Yes.
So they are personified. This side also it's same, Muchilinda with his wife. And this is a palace underwater. Okay? And the yakshas, the cute little yakshas.
I like them. Intact, that's what Ashoka's pillar would have looked like, with the 4 lions, the 4 on top of the capitals, the 4 capital. Stupa number 2, which is way down the hill below the monastery. I'm not sure if we're going to walk there or not. Maybe.
And stories ourselves.
The winged lions represent griffins from Persia. The bottom panel is the war over Buddha's relics. When he died, everybody wanted a piece of Buddha. I'm not trying to be irreverent, it's the truth. And they fought over it until his body was, or his relics were divided into 8 parts. They laid the mortar over the brick foundations. North gate.
The top, right on top in the center is the broken wheel. That's the wheel of law. And on either side of this broken wheel is a symbol like W. See, it looks like W.
Yes, it does look like a W.
So that is the symbol for Buddhists, and it's called Tri Ratna. Tri means 3 and Ratna are the gems. Now the middle panel, that's the army of Mara. Mara was the king of the demons. They are trying to disturb Lord Buddha while he is meditating. The Buddha is on the left, the tree, and he is meditating. They are trying to disturb him because they did not want him to get enlightenment. Busy, busy, busy.
Down past the monastery to Stupa number 2, and that's the begging bowl that the villagers would bring up cooked food every day to the monks, put it in the bowl for them to eat. And your offering bowl, Paul?
Yes.
Do you go to school there?
Yes, sir. I study in 12th class.
And in front of me is Stupa number 2. Some of these stone slabs were really slippery. I went, whoa! Just to take photos of some of the beautiful elephants and horses on the railings, the carvings that are still intact. The lion growl. It resembles Stupa 3 in shape and size, but without any gateway. The ground balustrade, which we were taking, has 4 cardinal entrances and a double stairway leading to the top. General Alexander Cunningham, who did the excavation and restoration of the site, found inside some of the relics of 10 Buddhist teachers. That's just one of the 4 gateways. Each one of these was a monastery cell for one of the monks. Tiny little place. Of course, how much room do you need if you're just going to sit and meditate?